Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. Bubinni here, and we have got the Syracuse Legendary This is Total War campaign, voted by you guys on our last poll here. Pretty much put up a post, said, hey, what campaign do you guys want to see? And Syracuse was overwhelmingly picked. So let's begin. All right, and our humble beginnings. So we do have quite a bit of hoplites here. You start out with a village grain fields, a single port. You do have a sacred grove. Let's give a bonus income from agriculture, which kind of works out fairly well. I would like to expand the city and start out with a muster field. First things first there. And since we do have this, we should get some food, but it is being taken by that. I don't normally want to do a fishing port right out the gate. I do kind of like to do harbors here. I think I will probably end up going with a fishing port, though. I mean, this is only 1,600. We'll actually do that. We'll just upgrade this. We can get the food, and then we can go for this, and we get a nice harbor. We will maintain this fleet. I don't normally maintain fleets, but since we are going to be at war with everybody, I would like to maintain the fleet. And as for military troops, I don't really have any preferences here. We do get hoplites, light hoplites, javelin men, and then the Holosideros barracks. We're going to get citizen cav and pikemen. Means the first things first here, we need to go for maybe we don't really need a hoplite barracks. We can just go for the Holosideros barracks. Looking at our diplomacy here, I wonder if there's anything we can do before we declare war on everybody. I mean, the overall battle plan here, I'm kind of thinking what I want to do. All right, first off, let's just declare war on everybody. All right, we are at war with everybody. So I think the overall battle plan here is I'll probably come across here and attack Lilybaeum. Lilybaeum, somewhere around there. I will secure this, and this is actually where our fleet will come into play. I'll probably sail the fleet around, have it hold there. Now, we know there is a Roman army that likes to sit right here at the very start of the campaign. I think, if I remember correctly, it has like 2 units of Hastati. Nothing too crazy. Now, we do have a ton of pikemen at our disposal here once we actually get to the point of recruiting them. And you guys know pikemen are just going to mop the floor with a bunch of Roman units. I don't know how many I want to bring. I don't normally like to bring a lot of pikemen because they do kind of get a little difficult to maneuver around when you're fighting. I usually like to have maybe 2 or 3 units just for like my center, where the AI will mostly attack, and then I'll kind of converge my flanks. But we'll see what happens. As of right now, we only have 600. We're kind of going full income here. Yeah, we do need to bolster the income. As far as what Carthage is going to have, most of their armies early on are probably going to be the Libyan hoplites, and then they'll probably bring some Carthaginian ones once they get a barracks up. Garrison's kind of the same thing. They'll probably have like 1 or 2 of the Carthaginians. Rome, we're just looking at Hastati and maybe Rari for a little bit. At most, we'll probably see potentially some Triari. But I think for now, we'll probably stick with maybe some militia hoplites on our flanks. We'll kind of support with slingers and javelins to also move around the flanks with some cav. I do want to get the Holosideros barracks, which means we're going to need more food. I don't know if I really want this. The 4 public order is nice, but I don't know if I really want to have Sacred Grove right now. I'll probably do that. Get rid of that. Maybe we'll actually do some scouting here. I don't know. Let's see what Lilybaeum has. I don't remember if this has anything. No, it doesn't. Okay, let's just come back. Try and take this as quickly as possible. They do have 8 units. They've got late Carthaginian hoplite. How do they have late Carthaginian? What is going on here? You guys have legionary cohort, Principes, legionnaires, Hastati, vigiles, Rari, plebs, levies. Is something broken here? What is this? I'm gonna end the turn and see if that fixes something. That's so wrong. That doesn't make any sense. Right out the gate, they've got legionnaires and legionary cohort in their settlement. Now they are hitting us with a food shortage. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop into the water here. That's so weird. For some reason, they had legionary cohort and all those late game units, and they all just went away on that end turn. That was weird. All right, I don't necessarily want to sit here starving to death, but I kind of need to recruit some units, so I'm going to grab 2 of these guys. And 2 of these hoplites. And what I might be able to do is recruit, and then we'll leave 1 turn for us, and we can probably move into range here and then attack Lilybaeum. But what I don't want to do is leave myself weak because I sat here starving for so long. I didn't actually expect to have this spy sitting here stealing my food already. No new wars, nothing else to really do. We do need to actually hurry up and get out of the settlement, though, because if I remember correctly, Syracuse does have a plague that hits their town within like the first 5 to 7 turns, somewhere around there. So let's just see what happens. Let's move out. Okay, so they did bring an army. Oh no, Hannibal has shown up. Okay, so that's going to have elephants, but I think we should have the skirmishes to deal with that. Then we have hoplites. Yeah, we should be fine. We could actually fight that. We'll actually grab 2 of these ships here. Do a check of our politics. Obviously, nothing going on, and we will once again end turn. We gotta take this really quickly too. If we're gonna go to take this, we need to take it fast because Rome will come down here with an army probably like on the next turn or two. Food is good. Enemy transports are coming. Okay, Epirus is already sending their troops towards us. I think we're the only war they have now. Yeah, because they're now favorited and happy with those guys. Okay, we're gonna have to really rely on our fleet there. Hannibal, he seems to have fled the area. All right, let's just go ahead and attack the town. And we could actually just auto-resolve take this. How many casualties would be sustained? About 9%. Not too bad, I'll take it. And then we'll just occupy. And how about that? We're good to go. And I'll go ahead and stick maybe a consecrated ground in here. That'll be our public order. Hannibal stands there at the ready. We now have light hoplites and regular hoplites. I'm going to grab more militia hoplites. As it stands right now, our main killing force is going to be slingers. It's a lot of transports. That's 16 units. We have 5 here that can do ramming, and we have 7 ships that could do ramming, and we also want to make sure the garrison here replenishes. It can take a little while. Public order is pretty bad too. Discover anybody new? We have not. But end the turn. Rebellion and Magna Graecia coming soon. We do have a ton of buildings. I would like to upgrade these since we're already going to be suffering a rebellion on the next turn. We're going to ramp up the taxes to max. Not a whole lot of money, but we're going to make do. Kind of don't want to have a hoplite general. This guy will probably be good though. He has minus 20% public order penalties due to the foreign culture, so we'll hire that guy. And we'll take a Epirus. That'll be very game changing for us. I don't want to, but we're going to need to recruit more little boats. Can only grab 1. Go ahead and end the turn. Rome is recruiting more boats. Or more troops, sorry. So this guy is here.
For glory and honor!
I'm gonna go ahead and wipe this for easy experience. To release these guys for some extra money. That guy can attack. Garrison is thrashed heavily, so we'll go ahead and walk back over here. I don't really like the idea of sitting here for so long, but there are probably going to be a lot of armies coming in. This is exactly why I don't want to sit for a very long time either. Kind of rid ourselves of at least of this army that's on land here. If we can rid ourselves of this, it should be fine to just leave and then go this way and fight Rome. But as for this stuff, I think we'll be fine.
Yes.
These guys might come in as reinforcements. I really don't want them to be reinforcing.
Your orders?
Should have pushed them back when I had a chance. Bring it on, Epirus. Bring it on. Oh, they're actually not going to reinforce. Okay, so this is their main army. What I'm seeing here is, for absolute certain, the general and the elephants and the cav will land. They'll already be landed, so we'll have to set those guys up. All right, so before we start the battle, here is the strategy. We got the cav and everything coming in over here. I'm assuming these guys are going to funnel in this way. There is a chance the elephants go this way, which would not be ideal. But if they do, I want to send the pikemen against the elephant. We'll just kind of watch and see what happens. As for this over here, they've kind of split themselves half and half. I'm going to send my skirmisher ships to knock down these transport slingers, and then I'll be able to kill off the hoplites pretty quickly. And then I've got a majority of my boats over here to knock out a majority of these ships that are over there. All these guys should die on the water, so we really just have to worry about this. Elephants are going to the right. We'll actually send the plebs to be in front too, so they'll shoot the plebs.
Support ships ready. Orders? Ships waiting.
Our general is under attack.
Ships ready. Assault ships reporting.
I'm gonna go ahead and ram these boats. I need you guys to turn around.
Waiting.
General took some losses there, unfortunately. Here come those guys. Yeah, of course they're gonna be wavering.
By your command.
Maybe I should have put another boat over here. All right, elephants are in. We're gonna sling the elephant. They are messing up our pikemen. All right, we should be able to knock this out. Get around that boat. All right, rotate this. Oh my god, the pikemen are losing to the elephant. Come on, kill it. Oh my god, will you guys please ram this ship? All right, all the ships have been sunk.
At your command.
Now it's just killing off all these guys. Elephants have not fully routed, so we're not actually going to stop killing them yet, or we're not going to move the pikemen yet, but over here, General is dying. I can actually move this guy around.
The enemy general is dead.
Everybody's pretty much out of ammo. Enemy General died. Shoot that Tarantine Cav. It's over. Very nice. We will release them for a hefty sum of money that was much needed. This is going to be really annoying, because this guy is just going to run around us the entire time.
To battle.
Go ahead and push this back. It says we're going to lose this battle. But we even have our garrison fleet coming in. Alright, so we're just going to send our guys in to ram these
They do
ships,
not look rich enough
do as
to
much damage
fight.
as possible. These guys are just going to go over here and take care of these poor sods that have brought themselves to the battlefield. And they do have a Thoreo Spear General, which might cause some damage. Hopefully we can do enough damage with the ramming.
Ships ready?
Our general is under attack.
Show them steel! Support ships ready! To the oars! Understood! Our missiles await your orders!
Be able to hit this guy. Yes, we have sunk them. Push their ships out of the way. Push their weak, tiny boats out of the way. Get them out of here. They're nothing. And now we bring our horde of ships over
Set
here.
oars!
Oh, some guys jumped off their boat and onto our boat. Look, he's right there. He's right there on our boat. They jumped onto our boat.
Ready and awaiting orders!
Support ships at your command.
Actually surprised we didn't sink that in one hit.
One of our ships is being boarded.
We don't want to lose the garrison boat.
Set.
Hit that guy. Boom. General dead. I was like, how's the fleet still alive? Take another 1,700. Oh yeah, that's nice. That's some good income right there. If I can set up a harbor or a port or something for my ballista ships to be recruited, I can kind of just sit this fleet in the water right here, and if Carthage tries to send anything over, or if these guys try to send anything over, I can just sink all their boats with artillery ships. I will grab the Holociteros barracks, though. That is much needed. I would love a Shrine of Zeus. If I was to get a shrine, because it does offer us the most cultural income, offers us the most cultural influence. I don't really have a whole lot of income, and we're on max, right, for the slider. We're on max. So if I was to drop this down to normal tax income level, we are basically making nothing.
At your command!
And these guys, yeah, we need to get rid of this dude. I mean, we have somewhat of a garrison. I feel like if that's just the only guy there, maybe we can kind of like sit outside the city and go into an ambush stance. Maybe we can bait this guy to come on over. I'm not too sure. We're going to see what we can do. And we have discovered the Messazili, because they are at war with Carthago Nova.
Honored emissary.
We also see these guys are coming. Go ahead and just end the turn, I guess. The ambush failed. Let's go ahead and just kill this guy. Sorry, Hannibal, you're dying. Go to a defensive stance. That's fine. Go ahead and release the captives for some money. I'm actually going to send my fleet around here.
Go faster, you slugabouts!
And I'm going to send this guy over here.
Drops out is left behind!
I'm going to let this rebel for a little bit. There's not really a whole lot to do other than just wait for the enemy to come to us. Libya has actually disappeared with their army. I don't know where their army went. They're only at war with us, so. But we have two options, right? We can go across to fight Carthage and kind of secure ourselves in Africa, or we can wipe out Rome. And to be quite honest, I would rather wipe out Rome to start out the game than leave them to get stronger. And they actually did just take out the Etruscan League, at least on mainland Italy. They're not really going to sail across the water to attack the Etruscan League, so they're probably going to come for us, which means we need to get rid of this. We need to secure ourselves here. We'll go ahead and end the turn. Alright, so this is just a ton of Tarentine Cav. I might try and fight this to reduce the casualties, because we're going to have to fight a very large Roman army in a second.
Our hidden
The
units have
enemy
been
approaches.
At the double!
Set up our slingers to be on the flanks here.
Orders!
There's a lot of trees, so I don't know where they're going to go.
Cavalry!
We'll have our own Tarentine Cav respond to
At the
theirs.
double!
We are going to actually start shooting these Tarentine Cav down. Very nice. Have him shoot there. And get double shot there. These guys are walking towards us.
Await your command!
It's fine, they can get gunned down.
Tarentine cavalry!
We're just going to let our infantry get shot by the Tarentine. There's
We
really
have
nothing we can
discovered
do
the
about
enemy's
that.
hidden units.
They do have a Peltis, though. I don't want to get hit by that. I got Tarentines down. Sending out the general. Hoplite. Send out the Tarentine Cav as well. Tarentine Cav's actually surviving quite a long time here. I'm going to swarm that Hoplite. I'm going to shoot these guys. Pull the Tarentine Cav out. Grab this Javelin and line him up to shoot. Actually engaging us here. We go around. Send up these Hoplites. Doesn't matter how many we kill, we just need to wipe them out. Oh, they got into my Javelins here. That's fine. Get caught by the Hoplites too. We're going to send the General up. Probably just going to get a rear charge. Send these guys to scare off the Tarentines. Our Tarentine Cav is going to get a little messed up here. Pull our Tarentine out. Hopefully we can maybe get out of there. Not take too many losses. Alright, these guys are just going to go in for the flank. That militia hoplite is unfortunately going to die. So much for minimizing casualties. You know what? We're going to grab all of our slingers and we are going to sling that general in the back. We are slinging that guy big time. They are in the trees. So they're kind of blocking our shots. Let's go ahead and send the Tarentine Cav to go run down that Peltist. All right, so we did unfortunately lose a single hoplite, but that's all right. It was only a militia. And at the same time, I mean, as long as we have the garrison to back us up in this fight against Rome, it's not too big of a deal. What I'll probably actually do is group these two guys together so they're a little healthier. That's an enemy transport fleet.
It is an honor to serve.
We're also just going to knock this out real quick.
For the gods!
I mean, I'm not going to take, like, any casualties, too. As long as I just knock out the javelin men first, it's pretty much GG for them. All right, so they actually have their javelin ships in the back, so I'm going to send up mine to go towards the backside a little bit, but I'm going to hit the infantry first. But we're going to immediately hit the generals and all these other units, and then we're going to immediately tell our guys to go around and hit these guys in the back. I don't understand why they put the skirmishers in the back. It's kind of weird. Oh my god, look how menacing we are. Look how menacing we are on our ships, boys. Look at these boats.
Ships waiting.
All right, we're going to have to really move these guys immediately.
Support ship.
One of our ships is being boarded.
Oh.
Loose! Commander, understood. Ready for orders. Our missiles await your orders. Commander, ships
That
ready.
ship did not sink.
Support ships at your command.
Our general is under attack.
Boink.
The battle is turning.
General, do you want to move a little bit, maybe? Help out our javelin man? He's kind of dying. There you go. And down he goes to a watery grave. All right. Really hope Rome does not go the other way. That's some serious money, though, we're going to get from that. Go ahead and dock ourselves again. What do they got here? They've got Campanian cavalry. Ton of Hastati. I really just need to wait one more turn to get that barracks up and running. Could get another harbor here. And I might actually not even do that because I want to hold off. Because I'll probably need to have more units to recruit. I'll need money for more units to recruit on the next turn, most likely. But what I will probably do is grab 2 more boats. All right, nothing else to do. We'll just go ahead and end the turn and see what Rome does. And in true Roman fashion, they're going to attack us. Ooh, they've got some gladiatresses. All right, we do have a single unit of pikemen here, and they've got a ton of Hastati. But I feel like we can just hold the line with all the hoplites that we have. So we'll go ahead and land our boats. We have a little bit of a defense setup all around. This is kind of what we're working with here. I'm putting the mob in front of the hoplites, or hoplites, however you want to pronounce it. Because when the cavalry runs in, they're going to charge into the mob first, and then they'll bounce off my shield wall. Kind of just gives them something to bump into. Over here, it looks like they are going to be sending some of their velites and Hastati, and this is where they're sending the Campanian cav, which is perfect because I saw that, and I'm going to put the pikes right here. Come on, send in the Campanians. Oh, you don't want anything? What's up, brother? Ah, we're gonna go into the flying wedge and face the opposite direction and take a rock right up the anus. What a move. And then we're gonna get piked. We're gonna get piked, boys. That's the move. Take your super strong elite melee cav and shove it. All right, you see that velite? Go ahead and gun down that velite because it will kill our pikemen. Kinda need the pikemen to stay alive. I'll even swap out the pikemen because I don't want the pikemen to die. We're gonna pull out the pikemen in a second. I just need him to kill that cav. Get out of there. Get out of there. I don't want a pike stack, so... No, I'm not trying to play like that, you know what I mean? I'll be somewhat fair to the AI. I might do battle buddying quite often, but I'm not going to be pike stacking. All right, this is where it gets good. So we're going to march the pikes up. The pikes are in position. We can drop the Sarissa here in a second once they stop moving. We pull these hoplites back. Oh, yeah. Yeah, look at that. One pike unit's going to hold back like 500 guys. Man, shoot that velite, man. Kill that thing. There's a Triari right there. We're going to shoot him with some Javelinis. The only other unit I'm worried about is the Gladiatresses, and that's pretty much it. But we can rear charge them and kind of kill them. Here come the Gladiatresses. Their charge is going to be negated by a mob. I don't know why these guys aren't moving. You know what? I'm going to take these 2 javelins that I was going to use to flank.
The men are
I'm going to bring these
wavering.
guys over here. Might be able to get this Triari to turn. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Sword-sided with great prejudice. All right, our pikes. They are getting overwhelmed. Charge these guys in, and we'll have to pull these guys out. Get out of there, boys. Take a breather.
Orders understood. Traveling men.
They're sending up some levies. Yeah, that general's dying very fast. And these guys think I also don't want to throw javelins into the side of my own guys here. That's a dead general.
As you command.
Right on. All right, so these guys are just going to fire. I also don't want to shoot into the side of my pike unit. We will shoot into the side of this Astati.
At your service.
Kind of wondering why the AI is not really moving. They're just shooting my mob.
Slingers!
We need to back these guys up a little bit. Maybe they're too close. Once this cav is dead, I'll actually be able to move my cav. So I'm going to bring my general up over here. And that cav is indeed dead.
Double time! Ready for that?
Let's go ahead and get our cav out of here.
Riders and by complicate! By your command! By your command! Missiles awaiting targets! Operators! Quick march! Tarantine cavalry! Commander! Quickly now! What are you waiting? Quick march!
I'm going to charge these guys real quick. Doink.
Our general is
And I
under
just
attack.
knocked over everybody, so I'm going to go right through that.
General!
I'm going to send in my general. Alright, Hoplites, get in there. Pull this other Hoplite out. Alright, we're just flattening that guy. We're just gonna leave. We're gonna come over here and deal with this. Ah, they're gonna block my charge. That's alright. Morale broke him anyway. Dang, they ruined my nice juicy charge with all their bodies. How could they do such a thing? I need these guys to actually get out of the way so I can recharge them properly. Holy sweet mama Juba. Look at all these dudes running. Yeah, General, just run everybody down. We've pretty much run everybody down over here. It's just going to be taking care of these stragglers. And now here comes the rear charge to end all rear charges. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed your free trial of life. Let's go, baby. Boom. Slamming into the backside of them. Send them right into the pikes. That should be the end of them there. Yeah, they're just going to break. And our general put up almost 700 kills. Phenomenal, phenomenal. We'll release them for the money. Oh no, Invasion Force has landed. All right, you know what we got now? They might have that army there. These guys have got that army. We only have pretty much half-stack units. They've got a couple of guys. We don't have any cav. I mean, we do have our own hoplites here. We have a ton of javelin men. I feel like javelin men alone would just destroy everything they have here. And knowing that it's Tuta, there's a good chance this is most likely a noble hoplite. Not too sure, but I feel like if I just recruited a single general's unit with cav, that would probably shut this down. I will do that.
Commander, call this a garrison. At your command.
Anyway, over here, we are going to grab 2 citizen cav,
Are you ready to
2
serve?
pikemen. That'll kind of be the 2 pikemen and our 2 hoplites will kind of be our front line center, and then we'll have militia hoplites on the flanks. And I'm probably going to drop the Tarantine cav. I don't know where that Libyan army went though. Since we do have some money, I think we're just going to go money-wise and go with the harbor here. Go full income-wise. Full income. Public order is stagnant. Basically, we take care of this, we take care of that. We could probably just march on up here the moment these guys are recruited. Even if they bring a full stack, I mean, we're going to have probably the cav advantage. Want to wipe out Rome while they're still kind of weak. I would rather move up here and have Consentia be kind of a choke point instead of this, because they can kind of split both ways. They can kind of go this way or they can go this way. But if I bring my army up and I take Consentia, they have to attack Consentia. If I can take Brundisium, well, that's going to be even better. We will probably be recruiting ballista
Ready
and
for
artillery
orders.
pieces. I normally bring like 1 or 2, not necessarily because I like to cheese the AI with artillery, but mostly because I don't like fighting wall settlement battles and having to climb on the walls, because when I use ladders or siege equipment, my guys will kind of piecemeal themselves onto the wall, and they'll probably be like a low-tier unit like Levy Freeman or something that just chucks a bunch of javelins into the first 20 guys that get off the ladder, and they all just die. And then they get surrounded. Whoever's left just gets surrounded and dies. I lose like a quarter of my unit to a unit that shouldn't be killing it, all because they're kind of tattered. But if I knock the walls down, send the unit in as one cohesive piece. And it also stops me having to deal with the really crappy pathfinding issues when you attack high-walled settlements.
We hunger for battle. Advance. Your next
And we're going to go ahead and move out. They're going to sit there and raid me. I feel like even with my tattered little garrison here, I could probably still kill that, especially because I have a Hippeus Lancer. Very good shock cav unit. I'm going to keep this guy here because I don't know if this dude is going to sail across the water. He does have a fleet, But he keeps, like, disappearing somewhere onto Africa, and then he comes back to the settlement. Don't know when he's going to come across. Have to go ahead and end turn. All right, and these guys are going to attack. It's quite perfect, actually, and it is a noble hoplite, so they have no cav. All right, here they come. See which way they go. We're going to send Illyrian levies and Illyrian spearmen this way. Slave slingers are going that way. All right, you know what? I'm actually just going to run out here. The levies do have some precursor javelins, so that could hurt a little bit. But both of these units, neither of them will stand up to a solid hit from this Epirus Lancer. Over here, they are going to have the slingers. Hopefully we can just kill those guys before they start shooting our dudes. Might be able to get lucky here and have them actually bunch up on each other, so I can hit both units at the same time. Oh yeah, they are going to bunch up on each other. Perfect. Boom! Hit them both. Illyrian levies just lost like 40 dudes off the charge. This unit lost half. Yeah.
Our general is under attack.
I am well aware.
Understood.
Pull out of there. We're gonna lose some dudes pulling out of here. It's probably gonna hurt a little bit. Don't throw your... Yeah, since they're bunched up on each other too, they're not gonna throw any precursors. Boom. Cycle them, and they're dead. Seems they have engaged us here. We do have the pikemen. I wanted to call these hoplites. We have the pikemen. Big chillin'. We're just gonna dump the hoplite. I don't know why the AI chooses to not move. We're also just gonna run down these extra dudes. I don't want to take any chances of leaving anybody alive. Go ahead and go call them around the building, please. Probably gonna take some HP damage from these slingers. There's their one volley, and they killed one dude. Oh, we're gonna take a P-lev volley to the face. Oh no, they didn't throw. Oh, perfect. We're gonna hit them, and we're gonna immediately turn. Go this way. Pull out of them. Pull this way. Go this way. Yeah, we're gonna lose a couple of guys off of our general's unit, but this is perfectly fine. We're not really gonna keep him in the town anyway. We're just using him for now. What a charge, gentlemen. What a charge. Back to our pikemen front. Ah, yes. Lots going on here. Routing the slave slingers. The AI refuses to move. I don't know why they refuse to move all the time, but whatever. I'm not complaining. Once again, back to the hoplite front. Fighting our pikemen. What a shame. All right, here comes the Pila volley to the face, right? No, nothing. They're gonna run the other way. They're gonna get hit. Oh, they're dead. Whoop. Bonk. And now we're gonna turn around and hit this guy. Because I cannot believe we can hit that infantry unit running the opposite direction and give him with a big charge, but we can't hit this guy properly with a charge. Come on, dude. Kill this slave slinger, bro. But yeah, the pikemen are literally just poking these guys to death. All right, yeah, this is pretty much the end of the battle. There's nothing going on. They're just running around and about to just rear charge this general and kill him. Sorry, Tuta. You're dead. All right, well, there goes Tuta. You know, these battles would take a lot less time if the AI would stop contemplating life every time I ram ranch half their army. Rebellion imminent. Oh, no. Actually, you know what? Since there is a rebellion imminent, I will probably keep the general here. We might need him. We're going to need public order. Public order is a big thing for legendary difficulty, so we're going to need cultural conversion and public order. This gives public order in all provinces, lowers corruption, and gives higher tax rate. And we don't really need anything higher than a Holoceros barracks right now, right? The Hoplite barracks. It gives us what? Tarantine Cav, Thorax swords, Thureos hoplites, and Thureos spears. Thureos spears would be really nice. Thureos hoplites are kind of a meme. They're not really that good. I'll probably go for this, though. You know, it's the Drydock. I do want to lower the upkeep cost for my armies, and I also really do want to have the ability to recruit some champions. Then on the next turn, but on the next technology upgrade, we'll go for the scholarship here. We'll get the library, and we'll unlock dignitaries. And there is no enemy army here, so this will be a great way to end the episode by just taking Consentia. Boom, stab them right in the gut, take the town. They have nothing here but a level 2 farm. And since there's going to be a rebellion on the next turn anyway, let's just go ahead and raise it. Gotta flip the town to begin with. Boom. For now, let's go ahead and end the turn and see what happens. Oh, and this is actually where the rebellion is going to attack. It's actually some Punic rebels. We have an elephant general, we have 2 Carthaginian hoplites, and a Carthaginian cav. I have a full garrison. I'll pick this up on the next episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed this introductory episode. Episode 1 of our Syracuse Legendary This Is a Total War campaign. And here we are, securing Magna Graecia and marching against Rome. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I'll catch you all in the next one.